100 Fascinating and Essential Facts About USA. A calm, immersive story. Relax and enjoy the story. Even if you are sleeping, this will gently flow around you. Whether you're resting, awake, studying, or just enjoying this quiet moment, welcome to a journey through the United States of America, a country both vast and intricate, full of landscapes, stories, and life rhythms that can quietly fascinate anyone. Even if your eyes are closed or your mind is wandering elsewhere, the story will float gently around you, offering glimpses of history, culture, and daily life, without demanding attention. Stretching across the continent, the United States occupies a diverse geography. From the rolling plains of the Midwest to the soaring Rocky Mountains, from the deep forests of the Pacific Northwest to the sun-drenched deserts of the Southwest, the country is a mosaic of natural environments. Majestic rivers like the Mississippi, the Missouri, and the Colorado snake through the land, carrying stories of early explorers, native civilizations, and modern commerce. The Great Lakes Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario form the largest group of freshwater lakes in the world, shimmering with the reflections of changing seasons. Across 50 states and a handful of territories, each region has its own climate and personality. The northern states can cradle winter snows, while the southern coastlines bask in warmth year-round. Deserts spread in the southwest with cactus silhouettes at sunset, while humid forests in the southeast hum with life and the calls of birds. The United States hosts over 330 million people, with major cities like New York, the bustling financial hub, Los Angeles, the city of dreams and cinema, Chicago, with its architectural wonders along Lake Michigan, Houston, a center for energy and culture, and Washington, D.C., the capital, where decisions shaping the world unfold. These cities are not only centers of commerce, but also cultural laboratories where music, arts, cuisine, and social innovations thrive. Historically, the United States emerged from the aspirations of 13 colonies seeking self-determination in the late 18th century. The Declaration of Independence in 1776 was a moment of resolve and courage, followed by the Revolutionary War, which tested the resilience of the people. Figures such as George Washington, the first president, Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration, and Benjamin Franklin, a polymath of science, diplomacy, and letters, left indelible marks that shaped the nation's identity. The Constitution, drafted in 1787, created a framework for a federal republic, balancing powers between state and central authorities, while embedding fundamental rights through amendments over centuries. The government is a federal republic, led by a president, supported by a bicameral Congress, the Senate, and the House of Representatives, interpreted through the Supreme Court. This system has guided the country through expansions, civil strife, and societal shifts, continuously adapting to the needs of a diverse population. Even in the military sphere, the United States early militias transformed into structured Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, and Coast Guard units, playing roles in both defense and humanitarian missions worldwide. These forces not only defend national sovereignty, but also reflect the technological and logistical sophistication developed over decades. Every landscape, from the sun-baked deserts of Arizona to the green valleys of Vermont, tells a story. The Appalachian Mountains rise with quiet dignity, their wooded slopes hosting small towns and trails that have been walked for centuries. Rivers not only irrigate lands, but historically carried commerce, connecting towns, cities, and people. The history of the country is also a story of migration, with people arriving from Europe, Africa, Asia, and beyond, bringing languages, cuisines, and customs that interweave into the tapestry of modern American culture. And if you are awake, you might notice the contrasts of city skylines against open plains, or the way sunlight glimmers on a lake, as if reflecting centuries of history. And if you are drifting, it's perfectly okay. Let the story drift with you like a slow river, observing cities, mountains, and rivers from afar, without demanding your mind to focus. In this first part, we gently cover geography, major cities, population, climate, rivers, independence, history, founding fathers, the Revolutionary War, the government framework, and early military overview. These elements set the stage for the next parts, where culture, inventions, cuisine, and traditions will gradually unfold. The United States military presence stretches across continents, a silent network of defense, observation, and humanitarian aid. Its army, trained and disciplined, moves through forests, plains, and urban landscapes, prepared to protect, yet often part of relief missions in distant lands. The Navy sails vast oceans, with aircraft carriers that glide like floating cities, connecting distant shores and projecting both influence and aid. High above, the Air Force commands the skies, pilots navigating clouds and sunlight, while the Marines and Coast Guard maintain security along coasts and ports, often unnoticed by the casual observer. Historically, conflicts such as the Civil War, world wars, and regional engagements have shaped military doctrine, technology, and leadership. Yet, even in times of peace, research, strategy, and training continue, quietly influencing how communities live and interact, how cities grow around bases, and how families experience life. Innovation thrives in the United States. The Wright brothers first lifted powered flight above the North Carolina sands, and decades later, NASA carried humans to the moon, turning dreams into scientific milestones. Electricity, first harnessed in early laboratories, now powers homes, cities, and industries. Computers, initially massive machines humming in quiet labs, evolved into the personal devices connecting millions today. Medical achievements emerge from the dedication of countless scientists and doctors. Vaccines, surgical techniques, and hospital networks reflect not only technical expertise, but cultural commitment to health. Universities and research centers, such as MIT, Stanford, and Johns Hopkins, serve as hubs of exploration, developing everything from quantum computing to environmental solutions. If you are awake, you might notice how these innovations are intertwined with daily life, from streetlights illuminating quiet roads to planes overhead tracing the invisible pathways that carry people and goods across vast distances. If you are drifting, imagine each invention as a gentle ripple in a vast river, spreading quietly and evenly, impacting countless lives without rushing or disturbance. Energy and infrastructure are another reflection of human ingenuity. Massive dams generate electricity while shaping landscapes, while bridges and tunnels connect urban sprawls. Transportation, from high-speed trains to interstates, threading across deserts and plains, forms veins of activity and commerce. Industrial growth, especially in steel, automotive, and technology sectors, transformed regions like Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Silicon Valley, creating communities built around innovation and labor. This part also reflects on famous inventors and scientists whose contributions changed not only the United States, but the world. From Thomas Edison's electric light bulb to Grace Hopper's early programming breakthroughs, their work quietly powers the background of everyday life. Environmental and space research continue to expand horizons, addressing climate challenges while inspiring generations of explorers, engineers, and dreamers. And as you listen, whether awake or drifting, notice the subtle rhythms of human progress, ships leaving ports, planes gliding silently across the sky, cities glowing with electricity, laboratories humming quietly with discovery. These are achievements, visible and invisible, woven into the fabric of the nation. In this part, we cover detailed military capabilities, branches of the armed forces, bases and global presence, key wars, technological innovations, famous inventors, aviation milestones, moon landing and NASA achievements, electricity, computers, medicine, notable engineers, environmental research, transportation, energy, and industrial growth. For those joining us for the first time or watching so far, if you haven't liked or subscribed yet, do so. These details are rarely found elsewhere. Whether you're resting, awake, or busy, our goal is to share knowledge. Sleepers can relax completely while listening, whether your mind is wandering or fully awake. The cultural landscape of the United States is as vast and diverse as its geography. Music drifts softly through cities and countrysides alike, a testament to history and creativity. From the soulful strains of jazz in New Orleans, where brass instruments echo along the Mississippi, to the rhythmic beats of hip-hop in New York City, every city has its own musical heartbeat. Blues in Memphis speaks of struggle and resilience, while country in Nashville tells stories of open plains, long journeys, and heartfelt emotion. Traditional dances offer another window into the nation's identity. In the Appalachian Mountains, communities preserve folk dances passed down through generations. Native American tribes keep ceremonial dances alive, each movement a symbol of history, spirituality, and connection to the land. The Hawaiian hula tells stories of nature, ancestry, and love, performed with flowing grace to soft chants and ukulele melodies. Festivals animate towns and cities, celebrating seasons, history, and shared joy. Thanksgiving brings families together over a meal, a reflection of gratitude and heritage. Independence Day bursts with fireworks, parades, and a sense of collective memory. Halloween invites costumes, playful mischief, and creativity in homes and neighborhoods. Local fairs, county gatherings, and quirky events, pumpkin festivals, chili cook-offs, and maple syrup celebrations add flavor and community life. Art flourishes across museums, galleries, and theaters. Broadway in New York City presents a world of drama, dance, and music, while Hollywood captures imagination on the silver screen. Literature thrives in both the classic works of Mark Twain, who painted life along the Mississippi in words, and the inspiring poetry of Maya Angelou, whose verses resonate with resilience and hope. Public libraries across cities and towns offer quiet havens where the smell of old pages and sunlight through windows quietly envelops readers, awake or drifting. Daily routines and community gatherings offer subtler cultural insights. From farmers' markets in Portland to street art in Philadelphia, the rhythms of neighborhoods reveal the soul of each region. Fashion varies, from casual jeans and sneakers in urban centers to more traditional attire in rural communities, reflecting both practicality and local pride. Handicrafts, folk art, and local crafts preserve history and creativity in tangible forms. Education, too, shapes cultural awareness. With schools and universities hosting arts programs, music classes, and theatrical productions, parks and recreational spaces invite people to linger in nature, to walk, run, or simply observe the interplay of sunlight on leaves, the soft murmur of water, and the quiet songs of birds. If you are awake, perhaps you notice the details, the shimmer of sunlight on a painted sculpture, the gentle cadence of a distant drum, the aroma of festival foods wafting through a busy street. If you are drifting, imagine these sounds, sights, and scents passing softly around you, a gentle, floating tapestry that informs without demanding attention. In this part, we cover music, genres and origins, traditional dances, festivals, local fairs and quirky events, painting, sculpture, theater, film, Broadway and Hollywood, literature and famous authors, museums, daily routines, community events and parades, public libraries, fashion and attire, handicrafts, education, and parks and recreational spaces. Whether you are quietly resting, awake, or simply letting your mind wander, the culinary world of the United States offers a journey as diverse as its landscapes. Morning routines in households stretch across regions. From hearty breakfasts in the Midwest, fluffy pancakes and crisp bacon to light, fresh coastal meals along the West Coast, where avocado toast and fruit bowls greet the day. Coffee brews in small cafes and bustling cities alike, releasing steam that mingles with the soft chatter of early risers. Regional specialties reflect both climate and history. In New England, clam chowder simmers gently on stoves, a creamy testament to coastal harvests. The South offers gumbo, rich and aromatic, a melding of cultures, spices, and tradition. In the Southwest, the scent of chili peppers and corn tortillas drifts through kitchens, while the Midwest embraces comfort foods, casseroles, and hearty roasts. The West Coast favors fresh, seasonal ingredients, often presented with artistic simplicity. Desserts and sweets carry cultural heritage in every bite. Pecan pies, pumpkin treats, and chocolate confections appear on tables during festivals and family gatherings. Beverages range from artisanal coffee in small towns to traditional sweet tea in the South, offering simple pleasure in everyday routines. Street food and food trucks provide mobile expressions of creativity, from tacos to fusion creations, creating lively aromas along city streets. Farmers markets invite communities to gather, offering seasonal fruits, vegetables, cheeses, and handcrafted goods. These markets not only provide sustenance, but also connection, a place to meet neighbors, share recipes, and experience the subtle rhythms of regional life. Local crafts and artisanal items carry stories in every detail, whether hand-woven baskets, pottery, or delicately carved wood. Quirky culinary festivals delight with both flavor and spectacle. Pumpkin festivals in rural towns, maple syrup events in New England, and chili cook-offs across the Southwest draw people together, celebrating local harvests and traditions. Meals often become family or community rituals, reinforcing bonds over shared preparation, laughter, and conversation. Dining etiquette varies subtly between regions, reflecting both history and modern lifestyles. In large cities, meals can be fast-paced and urban, while in small towns, traditions linger, with long, leisurely dinners marking celebrations or seasonal events. Fusion cuisine blends immigrant influences, reflecting a country built from global migration, where flavors from Italy, Mexico, China, India, and beyond coexist on a single plate. Even casual snacks carry cultural significance. Pretzels in Pennsylvania, bagels in New York, and barbecue ribs in the South all tell stories of local preference, history, and adaptation. National fast food culture, though often taken for granted, is a reflection of innovation, convenience, and the spread of ideas. If you are awake, you might notice the aromas rising from imagined kitchens, the way light falls on a market stall, or the gentle hum of conversation around a table. If you are drifting, let these details flow past softly, like scents carried on a warm breeze, painting a picture of community, flavor, and daily life without requiring focus. In this part, we cover breakfast traditions, regional specialties, desserts, beverages, street food, food trucks, farmers, markets, seasonal fairs, local crafts, artisanal goods, quirky culinary festivals, meal customs, dining etiquette, food-related, community events, restaurants versus home cooking, fusion cuisines, national fast food culture snacks, casual eating habits, and culinary influence on culture. Whether you are resting quietly, awake, or simply allowing your mind to drift, the United States sports and recreational culture is woven into daily life, from bustling cities to serene rural landscapes. Across the country, fields, courts, and arenas echo with energy and tradition, though gently, without urgency or rush. Popular sports form a major thread in American culture. Football, with its strategic plays and communal energy, dominates fall weekends, where high school stadiums and professional arenas alike become gathering places for communities. Basketball, played in gyms, streets, and parks, engages youth and adults, offering moments of skill, joy, and social connection. Baseball, the national pastime, carries both nostalgia and celebration, where families enjoy leisurely afternoons under open skies, catching the subtle scent of popcorn and sun-warmed grass. Ice hockey thrives in northern regions, its sharp skates and brisk pace reflecting winters of snow and ice. While soccer steadily grows, uniting diverse communities with the rhythm of the game. Famous athletes embody both aspiration and identity. Names like LeBron James, Serena Williams, and Tom Brady carry stories of dedication, triumph, and impact, inspiring young minds across towns and cities. College sports, too, bring life to campuses, with marching bands, cheering crowds, and spirited rivalries forming a gentle yet vibrant backdrop to academic life. Outdoor recreation reflects the nation's natural abundance. Hiking trails stretch across national parks, leading through forests, canyons, and mountain peaks. Kayaking and canoeing on rivers and lakes invite quiet reflection as paddles touch water with soft rhythm. Skiing and snowboarding across snowy slopes create a different type of serenity, where movement meets the crisp bite of mountain air. Surfing on Pacific beaches captures sunlight on gentle waves, while camping in remote forests reconnects individuals with the slow pulse of nature. The United States boasts over 400 national parks, from the geysers and hot springs of Yellowstone to the grandeur of the Grand Canyon. Wildlife, both common and protected, thrives, offering glimpses of deer grazing in meadows, eagles soaring high, or whales gently breaching off the coasts. These parks and reserves provide not only recreation, but a reminder of human responsibility to care for the environment. Seasonal festivals, often featuring sports or games, invite communities to celebrate together. County fairs, with piting contests, pumpkin tosses, and local competitions, offer both engagement and gentle amusement. Urban and rural participation differs subtly. City dwellers might join leagues or recreational clubs, while rural areas often host community-centered sports and outdoor events. Water sports along coasts and lakes provide both leisure and exercise, with sailing, kayaking, and swimming shaping local rhythms. Winter sports, from ice skating to snowshoeing, embrace the cold season with calm enjoyment. Adventure and extreme sports thrive quietly, offering challenge without chaos. Rock climbing, mountain biking, and trail running demand skill and attention, but also offer a meditative connection to the land. These activities complement leisurely family outdoor time, picnics in parks, casual walks, or simple moments by rivers and lakes. If you are awake, you might notice the soft rhythms, the distant bounce of a basketball, the swoosh of skis across snow, the gentle splash of a paddle in water. And if you are drifting, let these rhythms wash over you like gentle waves, shaping a mental landscape where sports and recreation blend with calm, everyday life. In this part, we cover popular sports, famous athletes, college and high school sports, outdoor recreation, national parks, wildlife, seasonal festivals, local competitions, and quirky games, recreational centers, community engagement in sports, urban versus rural sports, participation, water sports, winter sports, adventure, and extreme sports, connection of sports with national identity and leisure and family outdoor activities. Whether you are resting, awake, or simply letting your mind wander, the daily life of people across the United States reflects both diversity and subtle patterns, weaving together urban energy, rural calm, and everything in between. Morning routines vary gently. In large cities, coffee shops open quietly. Commuters sip warm beverages as subways and buses hum softly. In small towns, neighbors greet each other on morning walks, dogs trotting alongside, and the scent of fresh bread or pastries drifts from local bakeries. Families prepare breakfast together, sometimes simple cereal, sometimes regional specialties like Southern biscuits or New England oatmeal. Housing and neighborhoods differ widely. High-rise apartments in dense urban centers create vertical communities, while suburban homes offer lawns, gardens, and quiet streets. Rural farms and ranches spread across plains and mountains, with wide horizons, barns, and slowly moving tractors. Transportation is varied. Subways and buses in cities, personal vehicles along highways, bicycles in college towns, and ferries along coastal waters. Health and medical systems offer both modern hospitals and community clinics, ensuring care is accessible, with ongoing research shaping future treatments. Education remains a central thread. Schools, colleges, and universities foster learning, arts, and sports, with extracurricular activities creating gentle rhythms in daily life. Birth and marriage rituals carry traditions, sometimes subtly influenced by region, culture, or family heritage. Baby showers, naming ceremonies, and christenings mark beginnings gently, while weddings blend modern creativity with enduring customs. From church or civil ceremonies to festive receptions with family and friends. Death and funeral practices reflect respect and remembrance. Traditional services in churches or funeral homes may include eulogies, music, and reflection. Cremation and burial both exist, with ashes sometimes scattered in meaningful places like rivers, forests, or family plots. Memorials in cemeteries and parks commemorate individuals, offering quiet spaces for reflection. Unique and quirky customs exist as well. In some towns, annual parades celebrate oddities, like the annual Frozen Dead Guy Days in Colorado, or local harvest festivals where pumpkins are rolled down hills. Historical reenactments, street fairs, and regional celebrations provide gentle immersion into tradition and communal memory. Literature, music, and arts continue to shape daily life. Residents may attend a small gallery exhibition, listen to jazz in a local cafe, or engage with online literature communities. Modern personalities, from politicians like Barack Obama to artists like Beyoncé, athletes like LeBron James, and scientists contributing to technology and space explorations, serve as cultural touchstones, connecting contemporary society to global recognition. Historical figures such as George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Martin Luther King Jr. remain integral to cultural memory and education. As you listen, notice the quiet rhythms of domestic life, cultural traditions, seasonal festivals, and personal milestones, all flowing gently across the vast landscape of the nation. If you are awake, observe the details: the sunlight spilling across a suburban lawn, a child laughing in a park, the subtle scent of autumn leaves. If you are drifting, let the imagery move softly around you, like a calm river, carrying gentle glimpses of life and culture without pressing for attention. Whether you're drifting into sleep or continuing your day, we hope this journey through the United States brought calm, curiosity, and subtle wonder. Relax, observe, and enjoy. The story is here for you, wherever you are.